Hey everybody, it's author Brittany Rivers / Brittany Lee here, and today I'm doing another Behind the Indie Author episode. So for those of you who are new here, all of my contemporary and dark romance go under Britt Lee, and all of my fantasy, paranormal, sci-fi retellings go under Brittany Rivers. My official episodes, I talk about my books and book topics and other things along those lines. Unofficial episodes are more or less just announcements and what I got going on. So for today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a new release for Britt Lee. It was literally just released on Valentine's Day of this year, and I figured I'd give it a little quick spotlight. So here we go. So, Chasng Storms. This is a very sweet and steamy second chance romance with small town vibes, family drama, and all those good stuff. This story started off as something I was going to do as part of an anthology to raise money during one of the natural disasters that happened last year, flooding in Texas. But unfortunately, the anthology just did not pan out. There were some issues, and at that point, I hadn't had a good portion of the story written. It is a novella, as you can see. It's not, a super duper long book. So I decided I was just going to finish it and publish it on my own. So for this book, I wanted to do something a bit on the tamer side of things. So if you've read any of my books, you know that my spice level is usually anywhere between a 3 to a 5. I say on an average about a 4. This book is definitely more like 2, maybe 3 tops. I've never really written a tame book like this before for me, and I wanted to kind of challenge myself with that. And this story was just absolutely perfect for those kinds of vibes. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. So it is a little bit tamer, so if you're not an overly big smut person, this is definitely a book for you. I do usually write my smut scenes skippable for those who just, don't want to read it, and those who do can enjoy it. So that is definitely this book. It's a little bit tamer, like I said, about 2 to 3 absolute tops, and I think that's personally being generous to myself. Like I said, usually I'm like a 3 to a 5, on average about a 4. So this is definitely a tamer book for me, but I did enjoy it. Even though it was tamer, it was nice to challenge myself for something different. It was also a great cleansing palette while I was writing my Underworld Love Guide series, which I'm actually in the process of finishing up now. That is a dark criminal romance series, and it is dark. Some of the books are very dark. Some are darker than others, but there's definitely dark vibes, dark things, dark stuff. And so it was nice to have this tamer, calmer palette cleanser to write. So that's also, I think, why I personally enjoyed the challenge of writing it. So I'll give you a little bit of background. So we have Jamie, who is our main male character, and Stormy is our main female character. So I gave Stormy a bit of an interesting backstory with being born in a storm shelter during a tornado that was a result of a hurricane, because why not go out? It is titled Chasing Storms, right? So I was like, we're gonna go all out with her birth. Her name is gonna have a meaning. So her mom obviously thought she was being clever naming her Stormy because that's, she was born during a tornado in a hurricane. I mean, why not, right? So, and then on top of that, Jamie is a professional storm chaser. So for a lot of you, I really like the movies Twister. I love the Twister movies, and I do live in an area where we do get tornadoes, which is totally new for me, not where I grew up, but I've lived here for almost 10 years now, so I've kind of adapted to hearing the tornado sirens and all of that. So I just really wanted to do something with that, and I actually really do like storms. I would never go chasing storms per se, like an actual professional storm chaser or like they do in Twister, just because I'm not a professional and I'm not trying to get taken out by a storm, tornado, whatever. However, when I was growing up and we had hurricanes in the area, because I grew up off the coast of Jersey, so New Jersey, so I definitely got my fair share of hurricanes there. And as a kid, we had several big hurricanes, and I would totally be outside playing in the rain and the hurricane with the wind, and all of that stuff. My mom always thought I was crazy. She tried her very best to get me inside, but I was like, no. So I put a lot of that storm love into it. I love when it thunders. I love when it rains. And so I was like, this is it wrapped all of those things up perfectly. Along with that, I added a little bit of family drama. I added Southern small town vibes. It's got just a lot of good stuff into it. This is great for contemporary romance lovers, especially if you enjoy sweet and steamy and you want something that isn't super duper spicy. It is just absolutely perfect for that. I love the cover. I had it designed and I just think it's super cute. And then I'll show you the inside real quick. My chapter headers have really cool little like tornadoes. So I really hope you guys check it out. It's a new release. You can get signed copies and stuff on my website, bmbooks.com. And that is this episode. I hope you guys enjoy.